Okay, Kid Austin may be finally getting what he been wanting, going up against Tank Davis, the one and only Gervonta Tank Davis, the man that everybody wants to fight, and he may get that opportunity finally, according to the dad, Schofield. We might be fighting Tank Davis next. God is so good. Now, is the man just capping or what? We all know there was heavy rumors Tank was coming back to fight Pitbull. I myself believe that's who Tank was eyeing, or Tank's team, like Calvin Ford. I always said that that's the fight that he wanted. And the last time we seen Calvin Ford bring up anything about Tank fighting next on the Rise podcast, shout out to the Rise podcast, he was saying the person that he wants him to fight next is the person that he's fighting next. He said it's being promoted right under our noses and we didn't even know it. And it was being promoted under our noses. It was promoted by the boxing scene, people who are affiliated with the boxing scene. You know, it was out there. Now we got Kid Austin, the dad. They've been wanting to fight. They've been calling out Tank Davis. I remember one time Schofield was saying, the dad that is, that he was saying one time that nobody hits Tank in the body. Nobody goes for the body. And he's pretty much right about that. Now, Tank and Pitbull's rematch is supposed to be at 140. And with Tank holding the belt, the WBA belt, at 135, if he moves up, he can't hold the title hostage. He has to give it up. The WBA doesn't allow fighters to move up with the belt and they be able to hold it hostage. That is the law. That is the law, actually. You know, the WBO, that sanctioned body allows fighters to move up and down. Like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is holding the WBO title. That sanctioned body allows the fighters to go down or up. They can move up or down. The WBA does not allow that kind of privilege, but the WBO does. If Shakur wants to go down, he can go down. No problems. But with the WBA, it ain't happening. Unless it's some dirty shit going on, you know what I'm saying? Favoritism and that sort of thing. So this is what Schofield is saying now. This is actually from Mill City Boxing, so you can go over there and watch the full video and get everything that he's saying about the situation. I'll leave the link at the bottom.
It says, based on the foregoing, I'm going to read some of it. For all the reasons previously discussed at length with Mr. Schofield, March 24, 2026 correspondence, it is formally and respectfully requested that the WBA strictly enforce the rules and regulations. Either one, order the mandatory defense of Mr. Davis' title against Floyd Schofield, his official number one contender, to take place, or two, immediately strip Tank Davis if he move up the fight cruise at 140. And that's the law. He can't go up to 140 and have a fight and keep it held hostage.
So I would like to see how they play out in the boxing ring if these guys ever get in there and fight. Do not overlook Kid Austin. That young fella stays in the ring, getting it in. So, hey, don't underestimate him. You see what he did to Tevin Former. Now, you can say Former was out of his prime, but William Zepeda didn't do Former like that. You know what I'm saying? And William Zepeda didn't do Shakur Stevenson like that. Shakur Stevenson pretty much did his thing going up against Zepeda. Don't overlook this young brother. Tank Davis coming off a long layoff, and it wasn't even a win. You know what I'm saying? It was a draw. That could play a factor. I don't know, man. Is he gonna be focused all the way? Hey, if this fight go down, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I mean, I'm gonna go. I have my money on Tank Davis, but don't overlook Kid Austin. I'm telling you, because he could end up doing Tank bad at the end of the day. But it's Tank Davis, and I'm gonna ride with Tank Davis. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kid Austin actually went out there and did Tank Davis dirty. You heard it here first. So let me know what y'all think, though. Is he capping? Is Senior capping? Saying that they might fight Tank next? Or whatever the case may be. Let's see. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what it is. Who you rocking with? Do you want to see these fights? I definitely want to see these fights. These are the fights to make in 2026 and from now on. These are two great fights. Anybody talking about they don't want to see this fight or that fight, you got to be out of your mind. I know it's other fights that you want, especially with Tank Davis. With Tank Davis, he left with a draw. He needs to try to get that back. He beat Pitbull, but, they wanted him to knock him out, but he didn't get the knockout due to the hand injury during that fight. So I can see where Cabby coming from, in all that hype, because some people believe that Pitbull won that fight, and some people believe that it was a draw, but Tank won the fight in the judge's eyes. But Lamont Roach was a draw. That was a draw on the court, according to the judges. So that's the fight he should be getting back. But if you want to go for a warm-up, cool. But if you fight Pitbull and then don't get your rematch or don't fight neither one of these opponents, then I don't know what to say, bro. Because look at it this way. You say Shakur Stevenson hasn't done anything, right? So he's beaten Zepeda. Zepeda wasn't all that, but he beat Zepeda. And he just went up and fought Teofimo. At once, Teofimo is one of the 4 king, 3 king, whatever whatever it may be. So he went up there and did Teo dirty. Beat him like his stepchild, bro. So now, what are you gonna say when it's time to fight Shakur Stevenson, or when they bring that up about fighting with Shakur Stevenson? Are you still gonna be like, what has he done? When he went up to 140, captured the 140 WBO belt, he still hasn't done nothing? Shit. Come on now. Let's be realistic here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Hopefully they can get these fights going, because these are the type of fights that I want to see. These are the type of the fights that are definitely worth the money. And if you haven't locked in yet on the zone, man, all you got to do is pay $50 a month. You get to see every single fight from the zone, top rank, and Matchroom. That whole month, pay-per-view and everything. $50, man. You can't complain about that, bro. Cause you can pay $80 today, and then turn around and pay another $80 next week, and the cycle keep repeating itself. But if you pay that $50, you get all that shit for free the whole month. You did? Shout out to the zone, man. They putting in that work. Shout out to Turkey. putting on these fights. You know, he's putting on fights, man. That's what's up. But let me know what y'all think, man. Who y'all got in these fights? Like I say, I got Shakur Stevenson when it's time to fight Devin Haney, if they cooperate to where Shakur Stevenson is comfortable. Because if he's not comfortable, he's not going to fight Devin Haney. They got to have it in a situation and come to an agreement with Shakur Stevenson where he feels more comfortable fighting Devin Haney, because according to Shakur Stevenson, he is not a 147 pounder. He's not ready for 147 pounds. Even though he say he'll fight Conor Benn. Conor Benn is trash, according to what we saw against Regis Prograis. To be honest, I didn't think Conor Benn looked at trash. You know, it is what it is, though. If they come to a good agreement, then that fight will happen, most definitely. You know, now we got to sit back and wait and see what happens. Tank Davis, get your stuff together. Hopefully, Kid Austin can get that fight, because that will be another fight that we would love to see. Tank Davis going up against the upcoming rising star. So, hey, let's make it happen. Let me know what y'all think, man. Who y'all got, though? I'm going to ride with Tank Davis if Kid Austin get in the ring with Tank Davis, but I wouldn't sleep on Kid Austin because he could go in there and do Tank Davis dirty. You know, just like he did Tevin Former. Or something similar, you know. I'm telling you, man, Kid Austin is the bad boy. He stays in the gym, stays working. He don't be out here bull jiving, you know. He don't be in the club, you know, acting ass. He don't be in strip clubs, chasing strippers. He don't be doing that, bro. The man is really strictly focused on boxing, you know, and his family. Let me know what y'all got in the comment section. It's your boy. You already know what it is. You tune in to Fight Side TV. Tune in to Fight Side. You came to the right side. Till next time, keep it real with yourself and with others.
Look, I just been keeping my poise. Made by the million, but still unemployed. They text me about green, but not on Android. She not my shawty, she filling the void. I make the sounds that cut through the noise. He think he a man, but he chillin' with boys. Put down the liquor, start drinking LaCroix. The pain wasn't choice, but now I rejoice. My uncle had told me that I was the one. I played the shit smart, now my bragging and dumb. Lil' shawty had hit me, said she